Here are the homework solutions for questions 64, 68, and 69. So question number 64 is about showing how this experiment involving the effect of daycare, how it satisfies the four characteristics of good experimental design: randomization, comparison, replication, and control. So the question specifically says half of the children were randomly assigned to an intensive preschool program. Comparison is met because there are two groups. There's the intensive preschool program, the treatment group, and then there's the control group, the students that weren't assigned to the intensive program, so we can compare between the two. There were 111 children included in the study, so there were more than 50 in each treatment group, the treatment and the control group, so there's plenty of replication. And in terms of control, all of the children were healthy, same race, same socioeconomic background, same geographic location. They also all received nutritional supplements and help from social workers. So the truth is they were all treated in the same way and tried to be given the same advantages so that we could have a genuine comparison between the treatment and the control group. Question number 68, getting teachers to school. So this study involved looking at elementary school teachers in India. These schools tended to be quite small with just one teacher, and the schools were looking for a way to incentivize teachers to make sure that they're showing up for work every day. So the idea of this study was to offer teachers a financial incentive, essentially a bonus, if they had good attendance. Attendance was documented via a digital camera and via photos that could be sent to a central location. So the idea is, in this experiment, why can't we just compare last year's attendance to the attendance of teachers this year, where this year all of the teachers have the opportunity to be a part of the financial incentive program? Well, the bottom line is this wouldn't allow you to have an accurate comparison because there are other variables, there are other characteristics that could confuse or confound that comparison from year to year. So maybe last year teachers were ill because of some kind of virus. So if that same issue is resolved, then in this current year, the better attendance may not have to do with additional pay. It may have everything to do with better health. So part B of the question was to describe a completely randomized design using the 120 schools available for this study. So again, using the simplest of the methods, what we like to call the hat method, write the names of all 120 rural schools on slips of paper, put them in a hat or a container, shake it, mix up the slips, select 60 slips and assign these schools to offer higher pay for better teacher attendance than the remaining 60 schools. They would not offer the incentive program. And at the end of the experiment, then we compare teacher attendance between the incentive pay program and between the control group. So last, question number 69, do placebos really work? This was done in Japan. And the idea was we were looking at a group of subjects that had known allergy to poison ivy. And the following was done to these subjects to get an idea of the, quote, placebo effect, to get an idea of the reaction that people might have to a placebo or a fake treatment or a sham treatment. So first of all 13 subjects developed a rash on an arm where a harmless leaf was rubbed. But that leaf had no poison ivy. It was not poison ivy. But the subjects still developed a rash. So they were responding to a fake treatment, a placebo. In other words, they're responding to the verbal idea that was planted in their head. The subjects were told the leaf was poison ivy. In reality, it was just a harmless leaf, but because they were told, they believed that poison ivy was being applied to their skin. All 13 subjects developed a rash. Now, in the other direction, 11 of the 13 subjects did not develop a rash on the arm where the real poison ivy leaf was rubbed, which sounds pretty amazing if these people are really allergic to poison ivy. But what you have to consider is the subjects were told that that real poison ivy leaf that was being rubbed on them was actually a harmless leaf. So again, most of the subjects, they are having a physical reaction or a rash to what they were told, to what they think they're supposed to believe. It is actual poison ivy, but they've been told that the leaf was harmless. 11 of the 13, because of what they were told, didn't develop a rash. So the idea is the subjects are having a physical reaction to what they were told rather than to what the real underlying treatment is. So the idea of a placebo is a fake treatment. And sometimes when you are being treated with something that is in fact fake, so in this case a harmless leaf, so if you're told that the leaf isn't harmless, if you're told that it's poison ivy, even if it really is harmless, 13, all of the subjects developed a rash. That's the power of the placebo effect. The idea that's being planted in your head, you're being told something, you're being physically treated with a leaf, you're being told something, and mentally your body reacts to that, even though it is a fake treatment or a sham treatment. So just the fact of being treated can cause a physical reaction in human beings. So this is called the placebo effect, and it's something that has to be considered when real experiments are being designed.